The first of 3 storms hits with a bang. Lightning, thunder, and rain. And this was only the beginning. How city leaders are preparing for what's to come.
The Woolsey fire continues to burn local businesses. The lawsuit filed by a local winery for fire damages.
Whole Foods is not the whole deal. The list is out, the new food and drink options coming to the Cross Creek Center.
NewsWaves 32 at 5 starts now.
News, weather, and sports. Live from Malibu, this is NewsWaves 32.
Thunder, lightning, mudslides, and the worst is yet to come. The storm-packed morning has Malibu preparing for the rainy weekend ahead. Good evening, I'm Austin Hall.
And I'm Araceli Crescencio. You're watching the Tuesday night edition of NewsWaves. With already one mudslide this morning and days of rain up ahead, the big question is, what can Malibu expect for the next few days? NewsWaves 32 reporter Rachel Ripp asked the city of Malibu if residents will have to evacuate again.
This Malibu rain won't go away. Malibu residents awoke to rain, thunder, and even lightning this morning. The city sent out a flash flood watch from 7:30 a.m. to 3 p.m. today. Mudslides hit PCH at Deer Creek Road and Broad Beach Road along PCH at 9 and 10 a.m. this morning. Residents aren't too worried.
Really, we didn't do much. We're not in a flood area. We live up in Latigo Canyon, and all the water goes around our place.
But these are residents that live up higher in the mountains.
Up the road, it's not so okay, but where we are, it's fine.
Decker Canyon Road was closed around 11 a.m. this morning, but Caltrans opened up the road on the PCH Malibu side at 4 p.m. this afternoon. The city has learned from the mudslides and storms 2 weeks ago.
We learned that it was a good strategy. Even though nothing terrible happened, we know that we have to be extra cautious with these storms. The burn scar is just too new.
The city is gearing up for Saturday's big storm, which is expected to have at least 4 inches of rain.
Flood control district, if they have any kind of worry at all about any of the hillsides moving, they're going to be calling for evacuation, and we will support that fully.
The storms have not affected Malibu schools today.
Our buses this morning were on schedule. The rain had not started yet.
And it's looking hopeful for tomorrow, too.
Based on today and what the weather predictions are, unless something changes this afternoon or overnight, our expectation is school will be in session tomorrow in Malibu.
But be alert for Saturday's big storm with heavy rain expected. The city could call for evacuations.
Thank you, Rachel. The flood advisory for the area expired a few hours ago.
Kaylin is here early with the morning rains totals. Kaylin.
Things are looking a little better for now, Araceli. The rains have cleared, but it remains cloudy. Take a look at this. The storm blew in the 9 o'clock hour this morning, bringing with it powerful thunder and lightning. It was a quick moving system, dropping between half an inch to an inch of rain. By 1 o'clock, we had clear skies. That flood advisory that was in place expired at 2 p.m. This was just a taste of what's to come. I'll be back in about 5 minutes with details on the more powerful storms we are watching for this weekend. Back to you, Araceli and Austin.
Thank you, Kaylin. A Malibu winery and homeowners are joining forces to sue utility giant Southern California Edison for the Woolsey fire. Cielo Farms and multiple homeowners blame the utility for their property loss during the fire. The lawsuit seeks damages on allegations including negligence and violations of safety codes. The suit alleges SCE knew its equipment had caused previous fires during the Santa Ana wind events, but still failed to shut off circuits. SCE is not commenting on the lawsuit.
Time is up for fire victims to make a decision on how to clear their properties. The deadline was at 5 o'clock for residents to opt in for free debris removal by Cal Recycle or opt out and clear their own land. Demolition started on Monday in some areas. The county wants all burnt property to be cleared out by March 15th, or there will be costly consequences up to $100,000. Residents can still apply for FEMA grants. So far, FEMA has approved almost 7,000 applicants, giving almost $50 million to aid in the Woolsey fire victims.
The newly created Disaster Response and Recovery Ad Hoc Committee is holding its first public community meeting. The meeting will be this Saturday at 2 p.m. at Malibu City Hall. Malibu City Hall told NewsWaves 32 the purpose of the event is to examine the fire disaster to help the community be better prepared in the future. Anyone unable to attend the meeting can send story ideas and questions by email to recovery@adhoc@malibucity.org.
A newspaper editor has officially publicized her intent to remove 2 Malibu City Council members. Cece Woods, owner of the local Malibu, tweeted earlier this week that the recall train is moving forward. She's now targeting City Council members Skylar Peak and Rick Mullen. Woods really wants the city to fire City Manager Reva Feldman on the grounds that she left the city ill-equipped to face the Woolsey fire. Woods vows that the recall effort will not be stopped unless the council fires Feldman.
It's been a frustrating day for many to get work done online in Malibu today. Since first thing this morning, the Pepperdine campus and multiple Malibu customers of CenturyLink by Spectrum have been experiencing slow internet connections due to a service outage. According to an email from Pepperdine's IT department, a dispatch team has been sent to fix the problem, but just before our showtime, there were still major connection issues. Since it was approved, everyone knows Whole Foods is coming to town, but a host of other new food and drink spots are also coming with it. NewsWaves reporter Josie Leonetti has all the details on the new additions.
In just a few months, this construction site will be known as the Park. The area will not only boast a Whole Foods, but a variety of new shops and restaurants. Whole Foods will be the staple of the center and be surrounded by 4 buildings in an open-air layout. Notable vendors planning to open at the park include popular coffee spot Blue Bottle and Howdy's Taqueria, once a Malibu favorite which previously operated in the location that is now Sun Life, will be returning. Well-known Malibu pizza joint D'Amore's will also be coming into the park, but as a new restaurant set to include breakfast, lunch, dinner, and drinks. There will also be a child's playground with a fire engine, police car, and lifeguard station that will be specifically designed to also accommodate special needs children. Despite the excitement of new developments, the Whole Foods arrival does not come without controversy, and many residents have been resistant to chain stores.
The one positive thing about it is that it probably had a lot of food and a lot of business, but the one negative thing is that there seems to be a lot of traffic.
I think I like the more understated atmosphere in Malibu right out here, and I feel like Whole Foods is a little more pop. It might, bring in a little more activity than I'm.
Regardless, the park is expected to bring a wider variety of food and retail options, as well as a space where the community can gather.
Thank you, Josie. I don't know what I'm more excited for, the Mexican food or the ribeye. They both sound unbelievable.
I love Whole Foods dessert options. I'm always there to get their macaroons, so I'm very excited about that. And I'll only be there for 1 month. It's opening in around March.
I have a lot of time. A lot of time to get away from that cat food. Music Strong, the acts banding together to support the families of the borderline victims.
Dream home, how you might be able to make this mansion yours for $150.
And Beyonce's Bride, what Queen Bee is asking people to do to get free concert tickets for life.
Oh, emojis! I thought the conversation just got dumber.
Ugh, internet trolls, just ignore them.
I like you just the way you are.
I believe in you!
She's a hugger. Give her a squeeze.
Help up the hand.
Ah, there you go.
Thanks, mate.
You're killing it, Jane!
Well, Thomas, you've got pre-diabetes. But with more exercise and a change in diet, it can be reversed.
I've tried exercising. It just makes me hungry for bacon.
I love bacon, too. And who really likes to exercise?
Not me.
Me neither.
Nobody. So we're good?
What? Oh, you still have prediabetes. Big time.
Hamilton was adopted from a rescue in 2008. He's quite the pug about town. He gets invited to a lot of parties. He knows he's a pretty big deal. How could you not love him?
Scary moments for passengers during the storm this morning when their JetBlue plane was struck by lightning after taking off from LAX. The flight was on its way to New York when the plane had to turn around and make an emergency landing. A crew is inspecting the aircraft to determine if it's safe to fly later tonight. But now we have Kaylin with weather who's going to tell us if it's okay to go out tonight. Kaylin?
Yeah, the weather is clearing up. The storms will continue into the weekend, but for now, tonight, it should be clearer. So this weekend, we will be hit by 2 more storms with heavy rains and showers until Monday. The first storm will hit Friday night and continue into Saturday. Expect up to 3 inches of rain, 4 in the foothills and mountains. This will be the big one. The second storm will start Sunday and end on Monday. This storm is expected to be smaller than the first, with less than a quarter inch of rain expected to fall over the 2 days. Be especially careful driving through the canyon and up the coast, as these areas are the most at risk for flooding and mud flows. In Malibu, it is currently 56 degrees and cloudy. Humidity is at 88% and winds are traveling east at 8 miles per hour. If we look at our regional temperature map, we can see that the weather remains chilly in the surrounding areas as well. Calabasas is at 55 degrees, Agoura Hills at 54 degrees, Thousand Oaks and Santa Monica both at 57 degrees. Today's fire threat is very low and is expected to stay low Monday with all the rain. Today's surf conditions are flat with waves expected to reach 1 foot at the highest. The same conditions are expected for tomorrow. Just a reminder, never go swimming after it rains. For health concerns, it's best to wait it out these next few days until the storms have cleared and the water is okay. We'll be experiencing Malibu winter weather in the upcoming days. Tomorrow will stay cloudy with a high of 58 and a low of 51. The storm will begin Saturday with a high of 59 and low of 50. And showers will continue until Monday, with Sunday having a high of 59 and low of 50, and Monday having a high of 57 and low of 46.
So it's going to be some rainy weather, but not as cold as the Midwest.
Yeah,
no, definitely not.
It's always funny hearing Malibu winter weather. You know, it's almost like an oxymoron, like, oh, 65.
Yeah, I know. Have you seen those pictures? Ice is coming up through doors and stuff.
Snowing here. Luckily here it's just raining.
Yeah. Nice. Well, thank you so much, Kaylin.
Thank you, Kaylin. So a $4 million Calabasas mansion used in the Special Olympics raffle has heads turning. Winners of the raffle have the choice of owning the estate or taking $4 million in cash. The raffle tickets are at $150 a piece, and the proceeds will be used to benefit athletes competing in the Special Olympics Southern California. And now we have Carly here with some entertainment.
Yeah. What do we have for entertainment?
Speaking of people benefiting others, we've got some great artists coming out to benefit borderline shooting. Borderline will not be forgotten, and these artists are making sure of it. Jason Mraz, Colby Calais, Pablo Cruz, Rick Springfield, and Rita Wilson are coming to the Thousand Oaks Civic Center. They are part of a benefit concert Sunday, February 10th. All proceeds go towards a Ventura County Victims Fund. Tickets are available on Ticketmaster for $64 to $84. The next day, ACM Lifting Lives will have another concert with proceeds going toward victims, families, and survivors. And Chicago police are looking for 2 men suspected of assaulting Empire actor Jussie Smollett. 2 men allegedly yelled racist and homophobic slurs at Jussie Smollett early Tuesday morning, then poured an unknown substance on his head. Police released pictures of 2 persons of interest and are investigating this as a hate crime. No arrests have been made. Trump condemned the assault, saying that it was horrible and doesn't get worse. But on a very different note, Jay-Z and Beyonce are offering free tickets to every one of their shows for the next 30 years, if you take this pledge. The couple has partnered with Green Print Project to encourage others to eat plant-based meals and improve the environment. You can pledge towards plant-based breakfasts, meatless Mondays, or going full vegan. Click on the link in Beyonce's Instagram bio to sign up.
Well, it looks like I may have to go vegan.
Okay, I love Beyonce, but I can't give up meat. I need a really good burger every once in a while. What about you, Austin?
I don't think I can go vegan for more than a day.
No?
That's for sure. No.
I think I usually do like 2 weeks and then I call it quits.
Okay, I maybe could go for, vegan includes, that gets rid of dairy, that gets rid of eggs. I don't know if I can do that for even a day.
I think the eggs is the hard part for me. Like.
Yeah. No cake.
Yeah. Well,
right.
thank you so much, Carly.
Appreciate it. Calling the shots. NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell breaks his silence on the no call that probably cost the Saints a trip to the Super Bowl. And also Disneyland Space Mountain on indefinite lockdown, the out-of-this-world incident that shut down the ride today.
An old woman who lived in a shoe. She had so many children, she didn't know what to do. She gave them some broth without any bread and kissed them all soundly and put them to bed. Hunger is a story we can end. End it at feedingamerica.org.
I adopted Bento in 2010 from a shelter. As it turns out, we have very similar personalities. And this cat makes me make art because he's always motivating me to take pictures of him, to draw pictures of him. He just is motivating artistically. It's just that simple. Well, he's my best friend, but a lot of people know him as Keyboard Cat.
Start a story. Adopt at theshelterpetproject.org.
The popular Disneyland roller coaster Space Mountain remains closed today after a man climbed off of the ride while it was moving. The man forced his way out of the ride's restraint, according to park officials. He wasn't injured, but he was taken to a hospital as precaution. The park is awaiting inspection of the ride from a state agency before it can reopen.
Wow, that's kind of a surprising story. But now Miles is here to talk a little bit about the Lakers, and Roger Goodell finally spoke about what is on everybody's minds.
Yes, Austin. The Los Angeles Lakers did fall to the Philadelphia 76ers last night despite Brandon Ingram's career-high performance.
I think they have done a terrific job.
Ingram put up a career-high 36 points with 5 rebounds and 5 assists, but it wasn't enough to win. Without LeBron James, the Lakers have won only 6 out of the 17 games without him. The Lakers look to get back on track tonight with a Staples Center battle against the Los Angeles Clippers. And NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell addressed the controversial call from the championship Saints and Rams game.
We addressed this immediately after the game, just the fact that this play should have been called.
Goodell acknowledged the Saints' frustration, but said all humans make mistakes. Goodell also said he never considered changing or investigating the outcome of the game. The commissioner failed to answer a question about whether the referees of the game will be penalized in any way. And the very doctor that reconstructed Tom Brady's knee is rooting against him this Super Bowl Sunday. Los Angeles Rams team physician Neil ElAttrache began his career as a private doctor from Tom Brady, salvaging Brady's career with a knee procedure. In each of their 3 seasons since returning to LA, the Rams have ranked near the top of the league in limiting player injuries.
Wow, sounds like he's a really, really good doctor if he's limiting all those injuries.
Yeah. It's going to be going against his Tom Brady.
Everybody seems to be going against Tom Brady. What about you, Miles?
You know, I would like to see the Rams pull this one out just for the city of LA. That would be a great, great win for the Los Angeles city.
Yeah,
definitely. Their first appearance in 30 years. Thanks for that, Miles.
Thank you, Austin.
It couldn't fall on a more perfect day. Today is National Hot Chocolate Day. With the rain, it's a perfect time to get cozy with a cup of cocoa. To celebrate, you might head to In-N-Out. In-N-Out has sold hot chocolate as a secret menu item since last fall at $1.65. The restaurant offers the beverage for free on rainy days for children under 12. If it rains at any point in the day, their policy states that you have the right to some hot chocolate.
Yeah. So it sucks that we can't enjoy the hot chocolate, but maybe any little siblings.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So that'll do it for us this evening. Today's song of the day is the newest single collaboration from Galantis and One Republic called Bones. The pop EDM track was released today.
Have a great night. We'll be back on Tuesday.